1,000 places in the world I'd rather be right now than in prison. Because I met my father in prison, I always said growing up that I never wanted to be like my father. And unfortunately, what I turned out to be is exactly like my father.
Every one of these inmates, most of them put somebody in the grave.
All our men are murderers, kidnappers, rapists, sex offenders, multiple offenders. Most of these men come from single-parent homes.
West 6, EMS 3.
The average sentence is 93 years if you're not one of the 4,000 that has a life sentence. When it comes to maximum security inmates, no one has more.
Yeah, man, what's that?
At one time, Angola had the reputation as the bloodiest prison in the nation.
When I first came here as a warden, I was here every week with somebody hurt, injured seriously, blood, and knives, and all kind of chaos, and just violent. It was violent.
It was barbaric. It was treacherous. It was every man for himself. Homosexuality ran rampant, drugs, violence.
This is an immoral, horrible place. It would have fallen apart for me too had we not changed.
I welcome in the Lord.
I just went looking for morality. It was that simple to me.
I welcome in.
We found morality in religion, moral rehabilitation.
You're so holy.
The Bible college changed the whole culture of the prison because as inmates started carrying the Bible and going to college, then they became that. As the morality came in, the violence went out. Perfect picture. Then along came Awana to do it for the kids and give them another program. And then Malachi Dad came with Awana again.
Well, hello, fathers, and God bless you. This is truly the day that the Lord has made.
What we do in the Malachi Dad program is we inspire the men that they can still leave a legacy in prison to their children.
Hey, Daddy, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm off probation now, and I'm staying out of trouble. I might play basketball for Shreveport if my friend talks to his coach. I've gotten even better on the basketball court. I can't wait till the next time I see you so I can dunk on you. Smiley face. I love you, Daddy. And out of everything he said, it wasn't to the end of it that just really crushed me when he said, I love you, Daddy. Because that's all I desire for my son to do, is just to really love me. In a sense, I felt as if I failed him because I know how much he needs me.
I didn't know what it's like to be a father as a kid myself. I was only 16 when my daughter was born.
That bond is really important between a father and a child.
My dad was non-existent. He basically abandoned me.
I met my father while I was in prison.
I didn't never really have my father there with me.
My dad was incarcerated.
He never gave me any virtues or values.
I never really understood what fatherhood was about.
He was never there. He was never consistent. He was always just this random pop-up guy.
All I ever wanted my daddy would do was just tell me that he loved me.
We want to build a bond between an inmate father and his child. Even though the father may not be leaving the prison, we do believe a child still needs its father. Even though physically he may not be there, there can be guidance even from a distance.
He said, son, you've got to wipe those tears from your eyes.
The transformation that occurs in these men as they start the Malachi Dad program is, I believe, the Spirit of God working in their lives.
'Cause now I'm walking with the angels high above the mountains. I'm singing with the heavenly host.
The men see their brokenness, and you know what happens when they sense their brokenness? They repent.
My son didn't wrong me, I wronged my son.
I now have cultivated a relationship with my daughter. See, I didn't know you have to have a relationship. I didn't know that. Now I know.
I have to be the one who actually make the sacrifices, the necessary sacrifices to see, reconciliation, healing take place.
We want that relationship to be maintained because you know what? A father will always be a father, no matter what.
Now, last time I talked to her, I asked her, was she mad at me? She said, for what, Daddy? I said, for not really being in your life like I should have been. She said, Dad, I forgive you because I know people make mistakes, and you made a mistake and you made a bad decision, and it cost you. And I told her, I said, babe, I'm glad you understand that because my choice and my decision wasn't, I didn't choose what I did over you. And it doesn't make me less concerned. I love you lesser because I did what I did.
I'm singing with the heavenly hosts.
It's with the love of Christ that we greet you all, and we are here tonight
to honor some very, very faithful men, and they are the 2010 Malachi Dad graduates. Let's give God a hand. Have a praise for those men. That's why we're here.
It was a long year that we've been through. The process, we were taking classes, we was going through programs and books that was actually guiding us how to be a better father.
When men are in prison, they realize their mistakes. When they realize that mistake, they wanna do something different, and they wanna teach that to their children.
All it takes is one bad decision to pretty much alter a person's life forever.
These children of inmates, there are 5 to 7 times more likely to end up in prison.
My biggest fear about prison that I would meet my son in prison one day.
And we want to prevent that. That's why we're going into prison. We want to prevent these kids from following this pattern of crime. We want our societies to be safer.
And when I found out in April of 2000 that I had a son, Matthew, that had just been born on March 8th, immediately the first year I began to write him letters, and I began to minister to him and just share my heart and what the Lord was doing in my life and my life here at Angola.
I've talked to my daughter more than I ever did, but I don't even know what it's like to embrace her, to hold her. I've been gone that long, and I need to hold her. I really do. I really do.
We got strawberry, vanilla, tutti frutti. Step right up and get your world famous snowballs here.
This day, Returning Hearts Day, it's focused on the father and the child alone.
It means so much to them because, number one, it means we trust them. We, the prison, trust them to be worthy of this visit.
All right. Now I'm walking with the angels, high above the mountains. I'm singing.
I see my son now.
There's no restrictions on how they should show affection during that moment.
How you living? Oh, what? Man, you getting tall outside.
We'll be walking with the angels high above the mountains. We'll be singing with the heavenly hosts.
Come on, I miss you, girl. I love you.
They get to spend a day together alone. Ready? Just the child and the father. They can build that relationship that was broken. They can restore what was the hurts that were there, and the father can focus on the child, and the child gets that attention.
He looks like you. Hey man, how you doing? Give me a high five.
Right here.
To give back is the opposite of take, take, take. To give back reflects true rehabilitation.
A Malachi dad is successful when he's reconnected with his children.
In spite of his situation with his father being incarcerated.
He's reconnected to his children, and he's reconnected with his children in a different way, in a transformed way, in a transformed life, a changed life. And in due time, the child will respond to that, and that relationship is restored.
And what can they give but love to their kid? They have no money, but they can give love.
Never let it go. Never let it go.